Instagram now lets you access deleted content for 30 days with a new feature. Google adds extra contextual information to search results. YouTube releases a new updated sports section. All this and much more coming up in this week's edition of the Connected Church News. And stay with me till the end for my bonus tip on how to organize your Instagram content. I'll give you a quick tip on an important tool that's built into Instagram. I'm Natchi Lazarus. Welcome. This is the show that brings you the top 5 digital and social media news in 5 minutes. Let's get started. Our first big news is about Google. As you know, Google search is one of the very first ways millions of people use to search for information, especially if they're searching for information about your ministry, your line of work, or your non-profit, or whatever else you do. It's important for you to pay attention to the changes that Google makes in the search results. And last week, Google announced that they are adding extra contextual information to search results. So when Google lists a list of results, now they are adding 3 dots at the top, like a menu, where you can click and it will show you extra information about that particular search result. For example, they are adding information from Wikipedia. If Wikipedia information is not available, they will give information like when was the site indexed, is it safe to look at this site, or if you're searching for health information, it will show you which is an authoritative information, and so on. So partly it's a way for Google to fight misinformation, but also to add extra context to each search results. So definitely recommend that you Google your own ministries or your nonprofit's name and see what kind of changes this is bringing about, or what kind of additional information Google is providing for your organization. Hey, have you subscribed to our channel? If not, I want to quickly remind you to subscribe and also hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any episodes that we upload. Thank you. Now let's get back to our news item. Our next news is from Instagram. Instagram announced last week that they are releasing a new feature called Recently Deleted, which lets you keep your deleted items for 30 days inside a location called Recently Deleted folder. So it's just similar to a bin or a trash mechanism on a computer where you delete something and it remains in one place for some time. In Instagram's case, that content is going to remain for 30 days. So for 30 days, you can go and retrieve or look at whatever you have deleted. And they're also adding additional verification in case you're going to permanently delete it from the recently deleted section. Now they're adding these because there have been cases of people hacking into an account and deleting everything, or you might yourself might just go in and delete something accidentally, and so Instagram wants to give you that extra little bit of cushion instead of losing your content completely. Our next news is from Twitter. Last week, Twitter released recommendations for advertisers who use Twitter ads with respect to the upcoming Apple's IDFA updates. The identifier for advertising is a feature that we've been talking about in this news bulletin for a while now, and the whole advertising, online advertising and social media industry is preparing for that, which is coming soon. And each channel has been releasing their own recommendations and updates and so on. Now Twitter has done that. So if you as a non-profit or a ministry use Twitter ads, then this is a set of recommendations you definitely want to have a look at or pass it on to your social media advertising team. I will link to the details in the show notes. Our next news is about LinkedIn. Last week, Microsoft released its quarterly report for the year 2021, and the report contained details about the growth of LinkedIn as a platform. The report says that LinkedIn sessions grew by 30% and the revenue increased by 23%. I wanted to bring this to your notice because as a non-profit or ministry, if you are looking for diversification of your social media strategy, then LinkedIn is a good platform to look at, because currently they have more than 700 million users. Even though it's a professional platform and it's not a direct replacement for something like Facebook, for example, but still LinkedIn is a fast growing platform, and if that platform and the audience on that platform are a good fit for what you are trying to accomplish on social media, then definitely it's a platform to look at. It's fast growing, it's becoming something that's part of people's everyday life. So do look at LinkedIn. I'll also link to this report in the show notes. It has details of why they're seeing the growth, which is very interesting. definitely check it out. Our final news of this week is from YouTube. Last week, YouTube announced that they are releasing an updated version of their sports section, which is youtube.com/sports, and they say that it will soon be available on TVs as well. And this will be an immersive platform where they will have news about sports, they will have highlights, they will have details about upcoming events and so on. So lots of new features coming to this section, and YouTube says that the goal is to allow brands to reach their sports fan. So it's also centered around YouTube advertising. So if you are in sports ministry, or if you are a nonprofit that focuses on helping and serving sports fans, then this is definitely a news you want to check out and see if there are opportunities for you to reach these sports fans who are going to be on the platform. Those are the 5 news items I had for you this week. Now let's go to the bonus section where I talk about a tool within Instagram which lets you organize your Instagram content in a way that is useful for your audience. Let's dive right in. The bonus tip I have for you is create Instagram guides for your ministry. What are Instagram guides? Instagram guides are a way for you to organize your existing Instagram content based on topics. So guides were released a couple of months ago by Instagram, and this is a fantastic tool because Instagram guide, each guide gives you a separate link that can be shared with your audience. And the good thing is you can organize guides with your existing content, and you can have one content in multiple guides. So you can, for example, if you have talked about a particular verse and you want to create a guide with every content where you have mentioned that verse, you can do that potentially. I'm just giving you an example. But you can basically do it with topics, subjects, or series that you're talking about. So create guides in different formats. Think about what will be useful for your audience and create a guide, and then copy the link to the guide and share it on various social media platforms or send it via email, and try to bless your people with that content. It's a collection of content that you can easily share with people. I hope that was useful. If you like to continue learning, we've got lots of questions and answers that are relevant to digital and social media available in this playlist. So do check it out and keep learning more about this space, because there is such a big opportunity to bless people in the digital and social media space. God bless you. Bye-bye.